types of wins?
Koki, you sound like you've listened to me over the last couple of years. Yes. Great job. Great question. The answer is yes.
Did you draw it up with a bunch of defense and Sten Milm?
Great. Yeah, he's a great player. He's played great over the last month. Had a tough fall. It's a jump. Like, I think I said this in one of our things. Like, going from high school baseball in Las Cruces, New Mexico, to this is like going to the moon. And it took him a little while in the fall to get going, but we knew we had a really good player. I mean, I've known him since he was in 7th grade, so not a surprise at all. That today was just a continuation of what he's been doing in January and February. And, he's going to get plenty more opportunities, and he's a winning player.
What do you think allows him to understand the strike zone so well at such a young age and obviously make a big leap?
I think he doesn't like his coach yelling at him for swinging at balls. No. He's just a gamer, winner, great aptitude. One of those guys that has a cage at home. Like, his dad throws him a ton of BP, hard worker. Guys that have maybe some physical limitations relative to size or strength or whatever, you have to do everything right. And he does a lot of things right. And we're just scratching the surface. And I'm excited about that. And I say that because of how much he's improved over the last month.
I mean, you mentioned the size there. You see that as potential to be kind of like a free pass to get on base.
Oh, yeah, but he can rake, too, as evidenced by that hit. So hopefully he's doing both of those things. He, like I said, it's a really good deal. Like, again, this is a hard transition, hard jump. I mean, you saw it with some of those freshmen last year that are off to good starts here this year, that it's a big jump. And I don't know that I've seen a group of them, and Steven would be at the top of this, that have improved as much from November to the season as he has. Ashton Larson, Ryan Kucherak, guys that haven't gotten in yet. Really, really happy with that.
What did you think was working with Luke?
Yeah, everything. He was himself. I mean, he's filling up the zone. I actually thought he threw more strikes than even got called, I think. And he just got a steady heartbeat. It's funny. I went out to the mound. It was 1st and 3rd, no out. I was like, don't worry about that. We're going to score. Like, let's keep it at a 1 right here. And don't try to get it all with one pitch. Let's just execute. And, boy, that was awesome. Clear magic moment was 1st and 3rd, no outs, and putting a 0 up there with strikeout. But not a surprise. He's got the it character factor thing.
And Fidel also kind of had a similar moment.
Awesome. Yeah, outstanding. I think we learned a little bit from yesterday. Even those guys that pitched in Omaha yesterday, I think were a little bit yesterday were a little amped up. And I thought, we talked about that before the game today, and I thought those guys handled themselves incredibly well today. And we're going to need that, going forward.
What did you like about Fidel when you were kind of recruiting him?
Yeah, I mean, a friend of mine, Brian Condro, who I've known literally for like 25 years or 27 years, was an assistant coach at his junior college. And he's like, hey, I know the bar is high, but you need to get on this guy. And then I just talked to him on the phone, and I liked his personality. Like, he's smart, he's thoughtful. You seem confident but humble at the same time, and I liked the video that I saw. And then so we sent Josh out to California to see him, and he was like, we need to get this done. And it's actually kind of a funny story. He was on an official visit somewhere else when he committed to us on the phone, so that was pretty awesome. Yeah.
What do you chalk up the struggles to play to today?
I think the first time through the order, we could have done a better job with that guy. I think the conditions played into it a little bit. Not a little bit, a lot of it. We'll keep working. I mean, we're not a finished product at all, but I think the conditions made it hard. We had a few at-bats where we got out of a plan a little bit and didn't allow us to capitalize a couple times there. But, I'm not alarmed by anything. Just we'll be better tomorrow.
They played pretty good defense.
They played good defense, yeah. That's good coach and good team, or well-coached team.
Has a team of yours ever been hit by pitches this many times in the first 2 games? Or 2 games?
I don't know about 2 games, but we get hit by pitches a lot, and it's a pretty big part of our offense. And It's just something kind of unique about both of these teams. Some of the pitch profiles of the pitchers, it kind of lends itself to that. And if they lose it a little bit, the ball's going to end up arm side, in the other in the hitter's box, and it's happened a lot over 2 days. I don't know how many we have today.
At least 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Whew. All right. Somebody's challenging old Gavin Dugas's record, it sounds like.
Do you know who you might go with tomorrow?
I have a grouping of guys that I feel good about, but I want to sift through it a little bit. I want to watch the game tonight. But I mean, you guys can pick it out. Christian Little, Javen Coleman, Kate Anderson, Cameron Johnson. There's a few more actually too. So probably start there somewhere in that grouping. But I want to watch this game tonight before we make a final call.
Can you tell me what looked a little more comfortable?
Yeah, it was great. I think the second to last at bat, him hitting the ball the other way, him staying on a hanging breaking ball and keeping it in the middle of the field in the first at bat. We'll get there. He loves hitting. And, we went through a thing with him last year, right after he came back from his injury. Just like he's such a competitor, so excited to play, maybe a little overamped. But he got that on track last year, so it won't be long.
Hayden seemed pretty comfortable at the plate so far. Just what have you seen from him in the first
Yeah,
game?
a lot. I mean, such an important piece of our team, and to get him back. I thought he caught well today too. Like that's something that was great about today. So proud of him for that. But he's just a mature hitter. You could see the talent in our first fall here like 2 years ago, and he just hasn't been healthy. But he's been bought in the whole time. And I say this all the time. Like he's kind of flew under the radar a little bit because of Dylan and Tommy, and Gavin and Cade, and the greatest hitting team of all time last year. But when we were our best, it was when he was rolling. Back half of SEC play and regional and super regional. I mean, if Dylan wasn't here, I would guess he probably would have been the MVP of the regional. Looking back at the stats. So, and yeah, he's a really good hitter. So huge to have him back here this year.
DJ Primo's debut was.
Yeah, how cool was that?
Yeah.
Whew, yeah, I'm proud of him. He was so in control of himself. It's like it wasn't to find out. It was I really believed he would execute the pitch that he needed to, and then as soon as he walked up to the mound and just kind of looked at me, it was like, we'll be good in about 2 or 3 pitches here. And boy, did he execute that! And Michael made a nice play coming in on the run and took care of that. That was a great moment. A lot of great moments today. A lot of firsts. Great game by Steven, Fidel, DJ. Great defense in the outfield, Paxton and Josh, which we talked about it. The free bases and defense was going to win the game today, and that's exactly what happened.
You guys have been really good at catching runners, stealing. Now I hate for another guy today. How does Josh sort of work with the catchers? And making sure
Yeah, he does a great job. I think his attention to detail, like that's his position group. Like, I don't know what the equation would be in basketball, like the big men or guards. Like he takes so much pride in that. And Coach Yeski's done an excellent job calling the game, and making sure we're picking at the right time and not letting them get any type of momentum going. So it's a team effort, and pitchers have been quick to the plate, and catchers have done a great job. And we're lucky. If you have one that can throw, we have 3 that can throw. We actually have 5 that can throw, but those 3 guys will probably do the bulk of the catching, and they're doing a great job.